like to call the Newbury Township Parks and Recreation Board, meeting to order. First up on the agenda, we have the reorganization. We're gonna do that before the approval of minutes. I'm not sure.
Temporary chair.
Okay. We need a motion.
We recommend Bill Jones, but make a motion.
Okay. May I have a motion to approve as temporary chair?
Chair.
Bill Jones, temporary chair.
I'll make a motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion carries.
Okay, the first order of business is the nomination for chair.
Nominate Jessica.
I'll second. Okay.
Any other nominations?
I'll second.
So
We'll have my chance.
next item is nomination of vice chair. The motion. for vice
I make a nomination for Martha.
chair. Is there a second?
I second.
Any other nominations?
Okay, thank you.
Right, so we have two nominations. Favorite chair, signify by saying aye.
Aye. Aye.
Kevin?
I'm just I guess.
Yep.
Aye. Nominations for, I'm sorry. Well, nominations, we already have nominations, but in favor, signify by saying aye. People running for it, all those people in favor of voting nomination, signify by saying
Okay. All right, next up will be the approval of minutes from October 15th, 2024. Did everyone have a chance to review those minutes from October?
Yes.
Does anybody have any comments or anything about the minutes? Can I have a motion to approve the minutes as written? And a second. I'll second. Okay, motion carries. All in favor? Aye. Motion carries. Any opposed? No, okay, motion not carries. Next up would be the approval of minutes from November 19th, 2024. Everyone have a chance to review those minutes? Yeah. Any questions or comments? May I have a motion to approve those minutes? A motion to approve the minutes. Okay, may I have a second? Second. All in favor? Aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, so the motion carries. Second up would be the Santa House event recap with Sue.
Yeah, I have some financials.
Okay.
What's the frontage?
I was curious, do we have how much food donations we received last year?
This was more,
This was more.
financial, not poundage.
Okay.
Well, they don't weigh it. They estimate with the card, they don't have a scale.
Got it, okay.
So. It's approximately 3 cards. Pretty good.
Good. How was the turnout for the Saturday? Or with less than,
We just-
It was brutally cold,
yes,
but it was definitely less than Friday night. I don't have numbers, but it was really good.
No, attendance was down. But I think the full out offered there.
Yeah. And we had the choir was amazing, St. Jude's. They were incredible Friday night for the St. Paul's.
yes.
So it's one of their favorite events to do, which is great. So we will definitely keep that in mind for this year. I did give you a plan again, but I would still really like you to consider moving the event to the park. So I did give you a layout of that too. We will have to do something about Santa because Santa is retiring. But we can hire him.
Yes,
Well, I need to sign that Newbury Township, that's him on it, right?
What's that?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is Bob.
I need to get an autograph. Please.
Well, he'll be around till July. But I would like for, us to consider rehiring him again.
what would the cost be,
I do not.
How,
Plus, we also need a new Santa. Get a shot.
does he come with this?
He can.
He can. How did the food truck work out with the cookies and the hot chocolate? 'Cause I heard
It
hot
was
chocolate
terrific.
and the cookies were good.
It was really terrific, and we also sell empanadas and food.
Right.
Which were really good. Yeah, really good. Worth that? Yeah, you
Yes.
and Bill had some, yeah. Because food is really good. And we're good too, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was much easier for the rest of us that we didn't have to make chocolate cookies. So he was thrilled, so much so that he'd like to come and do Easter.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I saw that in the email.
well, I mean, I would,
I don't know if we need a motion for us.
I do, because I figured we could cover all the things. for
We want to wait
Easter.
till we get to.
Yeah, until we get to Easter, because
Okay.
I have other things for you too, but yeah.
We can do that. I wasn't present, but did we make signs for these guys? Like, around the Santa house, like sponsorship signs? And, because I noticed like, Hachi, that's $500.
Yes,
That's very generous.
we did, we had it around, we had it on the fencing around Santa. The sponsors, plus it was on the Facebook page and it's been out there, so they were all thankful.
You keep those signs that you're using, basically.
I made them and laminated them myself, so yeah.
There's no minimal expense.
Yeah, minimal, yeah, I tried, well, yeah, right.
There's this company that I used to use quite a bit. It's signs, they're professional looking, and you can turn them around in like, 2 days. I'll give you-
We'll talk about that, yeah.
It's good. Was that for the, oh, that's,
What's that? What signs are you talking?
any, the sponsorship.
Sponsorship signs, because for the Fall Fest, I made them also and put them on.
What you do is you go on their website and basically type in what you want,
Mhm.
and then you proofread, and next thing you know, in 2 days, they're in the mail, and they're dirt cheap. We're talking like, $2 on it.
Are they a plastic sign or are they kind of?
They're poly ones, and, I mean, they're not the
Too much,
best. I
you
mean,
know what I mean?
And any size, right?
any size you want. I mean, the
Well, you
top-
see, I'm limited on the size that I can make, because there's a lot of.
What is the, I'm just curious, is this typically how much the event costs? The township? Was it higher in the past because of the food truck?
No, with the food truck,
We still came away with $600.
Yeah, sure.
just curious, with the food truck, the expense, is that, so whatever they're providing is free to the township or whoever, but
Yes.
The cookies and the hot cocoa were
Right, but the food we had to purchase.
That's a lot of money for.
There were a lot of people, I mean, at least that want to get it, and some of us who were volunteers, and very cold, got like a couple cups of cocoa or more, just. I don't think it's still works in.
I was also curious, I know, I tried to reach out to the Central Park School District for the elementary school in Butler. And it was honestly a headache trying to get them to solicit the event because they have to approve it by their, it has to go to the board, but it has to go to somebody. I was bounced from Butler to their central base over on, yes. And then I just got lost in the thing. Like I went to something, the main, I guess, intercom there, and then from there they put me in touch with somebody, and I have their contact information. So I sent them an email and I left a voicemail, but I didn't hear back. It was somehow their event coordinator, like loosely, I guess, is who they put me in touch with.
So it's not home at school or anything like that?
It was not, and because I'm on the PTO, and they never even heard. They didn't get there. They're not allowed to print. They get a Wednesday envelope at school, every child or at least family. But it would be very nice when it comes home if it was just a flyer. If it's tangible, it's not getting lost in the newsletter. But it was difficult. The schools cannot just print it and put it in and send it. It has to get approved by the administration office. So it's something I think that we would have to start ahead of time, because by the time I tried to do it in December.
But you're still gonna get some objection.
Yeah.
Because of
Okay,
just
Santa.
Santa, the school environment, I say, what you want to board members, it's
Can we market it as like a winter thing and then just Santa's there? So it's like inclusive?
My
Like
proposal is Candy Lane.
Yeah.
To move it to the park and make it Candy Lane, and yep, Santa just happens to be there, and there's a food truck, and there's activities to do, right?
hey, that's the way it was in the past.
Yeah.
That's the way it was in the
Because
past.
it would just make so much more sense.
So the flyers were sent out to as many of the preschools that I could find in the area that were not related to the funds. So, because that's the right age.
Sure. Yeah, because I love my kids preschool.
And not only that, it's a township thing, it's it gets a really great program in there, township,
Yes.
those
The
towns.
Central Bucks was singing there, so it's
Yeah.
like,
And
I thought it, not like super religious affiliated, at least in my.
But I still think that it would be an issue with Santa.
I mean, if you could find the right person.
Yeah, if you can find anybody, I'm more than happy to
I'll
follow
look at
up on
who
it.
I had to reach out to.
I know. As far as I can ask that route, and another thought, that I help with the US business yourself. I know the same thing, how do we advertise for that?
Yeah,
One of the things we've actually done recently, we basically sold every single person, first time we've done it, and something like this, is right around that time as before this, you have a lot of high school players. You can actually put something in there, the program, and that way they have something there, sitting there before that, we used to do 25 bucks, on the advertising, might get it cheaper than that, sure, for a catch up thing. But these are the person thing.
yeah, no, I think that sounds great, because I just think the schools, are right here, they're in the community, and like they have the young population. Just makes sense.
But even with the schools, the Christmas tree sale at school,
Yeah,
so.
right, like it's kind of.
I mean, if you get the right, looks to me like you got the right open.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so
But-
Just a
if
little bit.
you can keep me in the loop.
Yeah.
too, that would be great.
I think that would be helpful.
So going to the location, I mean, again, I've been 25 years on this board, or I don't remember, but we used to have it here. I'm not opposed to relaunching it here by no means. If that's something that everybody wants, I'm okay with trying it again. It's times change, but it was 10, 15 years ago might not be valid today. So I'm always okay to change. But I just looked at some of the sponsorships. You got Hachi and you got the dry cleaners and all that. It's part of the donations because they're right there, you know, in the shopping center.
Explain Target World.
Target World.
Right across the street.
Right across the street. You know,
They're still township businesses.
it's just that the setup is gonna be, I think, just more intense, bringing lights in.
Yeah, that's, I just think it's gonna be woefully overwhelmed by all the amount of setups. I
And
know
again, I don't have a problem. with it.
nobody
It's just-
volunteering, we got a 3-man crew, so it takes us just a day. Another part of the day to move the Santa house itself and all its amenities, and that's just one thing. So, I mean, I'm. Yeah, that's my fault. That's if we can find, I don't care where it's at. I just don't know if we're gonna get any other concern I would have down here, there's absolutely no lights down here. At night, when we close up on a Friday night, coming back on a Saturday to go set up, and we find it's either burnt down or spray painted all over. Or everything that we get set up is not due. Kids will do it, I've seen it, we just had it, that little free library, the Bowers Nova over Highlands has been built 4 times already. Because kids have nothing better to do.
I mean, I'm not opposed to trying it again.
I was able to arrange for free lighting with big gigantic.
But they're not gonna stay on all night,
No, I know that.
okay? And we have to find out if we can actually have them here, with developments across the street, which is a reason why we can't have, we have them we have to get approval from the residents, we had them here when we did the fire. After a certain time, for a certain year.
Off by a certain time.
Okay,
Yeah, it's like that
And
West
this
Branch.
is only 5 to 7, so.
no, I know, I just want
West
to make sure.
Branch, we let them have lights, but they had to be shut off by.
Well, West Branch are not next to the closest development, it's 4 miles, right? This is, I mean, there's houses that back up there, but.
And having it at the shopping center, you have Montgomery Township, those developments that they shop at Giant and use that shopping center. There's 732 homes in the Highlands and Remington Oaks and Glenbrook. There just seems to be more concentration of the people at the shopping center.
Well, there weren't many people that came out. If there's such a big concentration of people in that area, we didn't have much in the way of participation, and certainly not Saturday night. So that's why you have 5 walkable neighborhoods right here. So, right, which I've talked to my former neighbors and they said, we won't go to the shopping center. We don't care. We don't like the idea that we don't.
In other years, we have had people lined up all the way from the fire truck, all the way down to Giant. The cold had a lot to do with it. People didn't want to come out, and you can't blame them.
It was super cool. I would like to see just the attendance increase somehow, however. I mean, I don't know if the new developments over there will help the ones that are being built, Fox.
Yeah,
Those are
there's
Fox.
Plane or something.
Yes.
It's called-
300.
Foxtail, right?
Yeah.
What's it called?
Development.
Fox Lane? Yeah. Oh, no, look at it works. Oh, 60.
But with the attendance, I think, I just thought was really well.
But it was, again, it was like 20.
Yes. No, it's, I did like the arch being taken down. I thought that worked.
It was a lot wider.
And I thought it was more, I thought that was good. And the only other thing was the food truck was noisy.
Yeah, well, Saturday, we had repositioned it,
Right.
he backed up the other way, so the generator was
Was it
back
better?
in the other
Yeah.
side.
Yes.
It was much better.
Wasn't even aware.
Yeah, that was the only,
If it's yours or parallel, they can plug into the right one.
We only have 2,000-watt generators, he's got to run the whole truck, he's got a 6,500-watt generator, and there's no real power out there to run that, so. It wasn't, like I said, Saturday night, I thought it was fine, you could barely hear it. He had backed up away from the crowd and had it directed more towards Giant, where he had pulled up the other night, it's kind of like right there.
And they're going to move the stand out to Kenny, whatever nomenclature we use. I think we have to make the decision pretty much now, or at least by the next meeting. I think if it's going to move, we have to start advertising it as soon as possible. maybe even advertising it, I think, during the Easter egg hunt, so that people aren't sort of, over the head with the fact that it's going to be at a totally different location. They may not be aware if we don't make the decision early enough and don't put it out there during the regular.
Well, what's gonna have to happen, I agree with you 100%. I think we should maybe I can put it on February agenda.
I think that-
And we can just not have to worry about making the decision now, but what's gonna have to happen is if the decision is made in February to move it, then I have to write a memo to the board, and the board would have to put it before we can advertise anything. So I think February would have to be it, make the decision, send it by the March meeting for the board of supervisors, so April 13th, we can make the announcement at 10. I think that's a good, I think that's a really good idea, yes.
Like a sign at the ball fest, and also I would say the 4th of July.
Yeah, that makes sense. We need more opportunities to just.
But otherwise, I'm always with the John, sure, even if we put on social media, it's not everybody follows the same social media. So.
I have a question. Can there be more light put on Santa Claus? Because there's shadow on some of the pictures.
That was coming from the arch at first, but
It's still dark, like,
Yeah,
he's, I mean,
dark.
definitely not the shadow from the archway, because it wasn't there, but it is dark, when I took a picture of it, or something, with my daughter, it's still just dark.
Yeah.
well, we'll discuss that. If we move it here, if we have light towers here, that might change things. We can direct the panel right at the house.
A lighter.
A brighter bulb, I don't know if that's gonna cause a spot in the pictures, just so, you know what I mean, because it's
Yeah.
behind him and not in front of him.
Yeah, I think you would want it definitely in front.
We have portable lights, if that's the case,
Oh, okay.
we'll get to the one, right?
If you have one thing at a time.
Yeah,
Figure out where you're gonna-
we'll worry about that.
Yeah.
If you have portable lights, but there's some that are really loud.
They plug in, they're not.
Oh, they're not.
Yeah, I can just plug them into one of our generators, but then we have to position where there's not gonna be people alive. I think we'll take it.
Any other questions or comments about the Santa House then? All right, next up on our list is the Easter event.
What day is that?
April,
12th. And don't have a rainy day.
Right, yes.
We'll just move it inside.
Correct.
Thank you.
I'll save you the trip. Walking all the way over here.
Thank you.
Yeah, I saw your email about the Easter eggs
Yes.
and the upgraded eggs.
Mhm.
Are we doing, do we vote on upgrading the eggs, or is that something we can purchase, or we have to?
That's just gonna be purchased, and I know I need to talk to Dan about anything that I'm going to purchase.
Because I mean, I'm in favor of upgrading the eggs personally.
Well, we have plenty of toy eggs.
Yeah, and like
Because
definitely good.
those were left
Good.
over from last year, because actually, probably the last 2 years, because we got the couple of times everywhere in the summer. But yes, the candy leaves a lot to be desired as far as what's inside those eggs. Sure.
No, I personally, I agree. Okay, so I would be curious what the next level would be, or if it's something we're able to do, like how much is it gonna cost?
I did include that in where we could do, 1,000 eggs would be minimum of $176. They would be pre-filled.
Okay, and how many eggs do we usually order?
I need to order 2,000.
So what's the increase?
It's probably maybe $100.
Okay.
It's not major.
Sure.
Are you part of the line or it's something you get? Like a donation for advertising?
No, we don't do sponsorship. This is completely a written township event.
Okay.
But I thought we would agree with the Easter bags, because again, this is the first time year I'm doing this event. So I just thought, instead of using a generic giant bag, if we got them donated, I just thought it would be nice if we had, that the kids can use, if they don't bring their own bags.
What, do we have any more of those blue New Britain Township bag?
Well, no.
No, I think that's.
I saw the bottom, the event will take place rain or shine. Go inside.
I think that's smart, you know.
So because we had rained out, the one year, the rain date got rained out, and we didn't have it at all.
Yes, yes. And how many toy eggs do you still have?
Probably 4,000 to 5,000. So
So it's more than.
what the ballpark that they have used in the past is between 6,000 and 7,000.
Oh,
If you have multiple groups, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, you have 5 different age groups. So they get divided up. Right.
Where were they at?
In the server room,
Those things out,
believe me,
those
I
things have
pulled
a
the
shelf
bags,
life.
I pulled the bags out and I started counting.
Does those things have a shelf life?
No, they have the toys inside
Oh,
of
they're
them.
toys.
Right, so the candy I have to order new. The
Yeah,
candy was,
yeah.
yeah, I wasn't even taking a chance. I went and searched through to make sure that they were all toys.
Quick question, this, going back to the Santa house, the proceeds, where's that go? What about this?
Just doesn't get the budget from Park and Rec. But I mean, I was gonna bring it up, but the figure you have here for expenses is not truly adequate because you have guys that are there.
Overtime.
I'm not privy to that
I know,
information. Right. So there are additional expenses that are not covered, which is my salary, his salary, anybody that works the event.
That's with every event.
Right.
No, you said it is deducted from. The budget. Yeah.
Do we have the Easter bunny?
It's Bob.
And he's all set, and the piece is good, because it's a new one.
We do have the suit.
It's air conditioned.
Yeah, we,
Now, hopefully he's outside. this
yeah,
year.
we want him to be outside because I understand he almost went face down.
2 years, 2 years in a row, it's been a big future show.
Yeah.
The heat from the bunny gets so hot, and you think it's not a big deal.
Well,
Yeah.
I call him Elon Musk, see,
Yeah.
and other spaces.
Okay.
Portable air conditioning.
Okay, and then we'll solicit the volunteers. I guess it's.
You guys wanna
Yeah.
go, you wanna help
I'll
out?
be there, I'll be there.
I'll be there as well.
Yeah, as we get closer, I will send out emails to you guys.
And you're good with the setups the same?
So saying we're probably gonna get the bills of hay from, Woman.
We have enough left over than what we had for the fall festival. That are been stored inside. There's like 40 somewhere else, I'm pretty sure, if not, we'll get the egg.
Yeah, well, I mean, whatever we need, I'll call.
And sound system is.
It's been upgraded.
Okay, right?
Yeah, the microphone, I mean, with the stand and everything, so,
Oh,
Same one we had,
yeah, but the stand, we had to replace the stand.
okay.
And there's some,
I don't use that thing anyway, I have my whole routine to save.
Is that the Veterans Center?
yes, so it's, everything has been upgraded and there's Wi-Fi and there's all kinds of stuff that plugs in.
Look at you, like.
Not me, not me, I had nothing to do with it, I just saw that they did. Yes.
Sue's gonna have her.
It's just the announcements for the Easter egg.
It's,
I said, we're just making the announcements. We're
what
good.
about the back?
So is each category having a prize for the special basket? And then, do you need donations for the baskets?
If anybody wants to donate, yeah, absolutely. But what they've done is, they put some small dollar amount gift cards that put in there and candy.
Okay. And then how many baskets are there in total?
Because there's 5 different, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different age groups, and there's 5.
But they also used to go to Costco and see what they had.
Right, for candy and, right, for that, for those kinds of things, so yes. So, again, it's a township event, so we'll get rid of the leading.
5 baskets.
Yeah,
All right, and then. Forget the order, was there complaints about the order again, or no? It goes the little guys and it just goes up.
It's
or we
2
give
to
them
9,
time
yeah, we start with 2. I usually make the announcement, we'll give them roughly 5 minutes.
Because.
Once they start and it's like a 5 minute interval, so they have time to get over to. If they have multiple children, they get to a different, age group area.
So like 5 minutes in between.
Yeah,
And then, are we collecting the aids again, the shells? Yes, so
I know
have
those,
to or optional?
it's optional because we don't keep them, we give them again
Send them
to
to-
any of the daycares in the area, or anybody that can use them.
Okay.
Because it will be the week before Easter.
Okay, the week after. Yes, okay. I do know, 2 agencies that would be interested in that.
Okay, well, absolutely, we will create a sign and we will have a drop area for recycling.
Okay.
Question. Have you checked to see when, shop off?
I did.
That's true, yeah. Let's check on it. Last couple of years anyway, there's been conflicting ones going on at the same time.
we find that, it seems like everyone does
there-
their event at the
everyone's-
same time, I know the Methodist Church does theirs, right? The one on two, the one on Butler. But even the fall festival, it's usually the wine festival, the Hilltown Fire Company, and it's always,
There's always going to be something else going on in the area, but maybe it gets staggered and somebody said, oh, they just run from event to event to event, so. Yeah, there's never gonna be a perfect.
How do we pick the date? Is it a Saturday or, yeah, Easter? It's always a Saturday? It's not.
The week before.
The week before, what's that?
Is it?
So it's a Saturday.
we did be, but we didn't have, it used to be 2 weeks, so we have a rain date going.
Okay.
But now we don't have a rain day, I can just use the second
Mhm.
week, and just go with it, because the following week we have Good Friday,
Yeah.
then you have Saturday, it will be Easter Sunday,
Right.
so.
I didn't know if it was because of the fields, because I know Easter is.
Easter's very late, Easter's
Yeah.
very late this year.
Okay. Any other questions or comments about the Easter event?
The only other thing would be to discuss the food truck.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, and I also have the opportunity, a friend who has a food bags.
I would say no
Okay,
to any type of outside, because this is basically come in and go.
okay. That's why I'm
It's a
asking.
rapid, we'll keep the food truck, I don't think we should have the. That's just gonna be, we honestly, I don't know where we put it, because we take up everything on 2 and 3. And we have to be all the way down, or I'm sorry, field 1. And down to field 3, and it'd be everywhere, so
I told him I would ask.
And the food trucks.
it's not worth it for an hour.
Yeah, I don't think so. And that's why I told him, that it's a very short period of time, by the time you get it set up. we'll be
For the
done.
cost, it would be,
Well, it's $150.
We'll just keep an Easter egg.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine, that's fine, I said I would ask,
Is the food truck offering anything free or just there for sale?
just there for them to say. And they do all kinds of breakfast, empanadas, and donuts and all kinds of stuff, so it would be breakfast food.
We can do something like give us 10% or give us a donation 10% or something like that.
I can ask them,
That's, or it's just actually free that you have it good. Asking them to do that.
well, yeah, because, not knowing this event again, I'm not sure what kind of how many people we have come out and how many people are gonna be interested, but I thought if we could advertise it in advance, we'll talk about, this breakfast, we have breakfast for sale here, or something, something on social media.
I think it would be worth mentioning, this is the first time, like there's a.
Oh, yeah, right,
breakfast food. truck.
right, yeah. But it's up to you guys whether or not, I think, participate, I mean, this food is good, and those food is good.
I'm okay with it. We have to.
You need a motion.
well, I think it can just be decided, this doesn't have to go to the board of supervisors, right? We can just
I
make
would
this formal.
fine with it, especially to give it a go.
Does the township require COI, so you have a COI?
You guys need to make a vote.
He
Yeah.
participated
We
in
don't
our
have
whole
to present
festival
this as
and
Bill
also
said, we're
said,
good.
Yeah.
You don't have to really have the board of supervisors, so if you're all in favor, whoever wants it, doesn't want it.
Favorite food truck. So I would say yes, if it's not gonna cost us anything. Any other comments on the Easter event? All right, Number 4 is other business.
I have 2 items, brought to my attention on Friday. Leonard Valley Baseball has a new president. His name is Fred Camp. He, had a meeting with him, so he knows to start off on a good basis. They have requested, the possibility of putting an additional porta potty, a single porta potty next to the shed back by 5 and 6. So the kids are going, relieving themselves behind the shed. So they've heard a lot. I think we put it on a contingency as long as it doesn't get vandalized. So we keep it on a basis of, let's see how it works. And they also have changed their colors from orange to black to make all of the Valley blue and gold. They have a painting company, one of the parents has a painting company, who volunteers, and they would like to repaint the dugouts to 5 and 6 from orange and black to blue and gold, with the possibility of putting LED. The LED. And that's just something else I have to ask.
I get you. Yeah, you gotta get support about the,
Okay,
I'll do those on.
well, we don't have to, we can just sell it.
Okay. Well, I never liked it.
Right. But they want to change the color. I said they could, I had thrown it. But, because it's all the way in the back. Anyway,
How many dugouts? The 2?
there's 4,
There's 4.
yes.
Are there other organizations that rent that have that logo on?
Not here, no.
That's something that, we don't allow sponsorships on fences or anything like that. Unless it's.
So they should just keep it blue and gold. No,
I would say just keep it with gold, just.
well, if you guys vote on that, then I could just let them know. But it would be the,
Yeah, I would think, I don't know, personally, I would just think blue and gold would make the most sense.
okay,
There's no mistaken ownership to it. It has LV on it or
right,
we've written, because it's still super intelligent.
Is
But I
this
would-
their,
I
are
would-
these their home fields?
yes.
Because they always hang a sign when they play
Mm,
on, they just hang on the logo.
I don't allow anything on the fences, unless they have like this championship where they put their one banner on the sponsors, they have it on the backstop. I said, if I see it there Monday, you will not go back.
Yeah.
So strictly for the weekend, because they always ask, I don't want to look like, we don't need to go into that. So we're good.
I
Let them repaint it.
I would say, yeah.
And.
I'm okay, if the board's okay with it, I'm okay with it. It doesn't really affect anything. We'll change the colors.
We're good with the 4 to 5.
Yeah.
Do I need to write a memo to
I would just.
those are those items?
Who takes care of the board? Do we have to pay to have?
Yeah, that's Georgia Allen. We did, it's $25 extra
Oh.
to clean it out.
Okay.
They come by, anytime they've had an event here. And we act like when they have a tournament, we pay for the extra of all the toilets here. So, but since it's on our rotation, it's another $25.
They're right on county line.
Yes.
Okay. Is that it? Was there 2 items?
Yeah.
Was there 2 items?
Yeah, well, it was the paint and the
Oh, the
porta
potty, the paint.
When's our bingo there?
They,
May 9th. So the Veterans Committee, we're having a bingo May 9th. We'd like some volunteers to help us. If you guys want to volunteer, it's gonna be at the shrine. And we start setting up at 6. And they last till like 10.
I have the student volunteer group that already have that on the calendar, so they will.
So,
It's a coach badge?
It's his and hers,
Is it also power tools?
well, yeah, men's stuff, women's stuff.
Well, I'm just saying,
It's
like,
a
if they're
coach bag.
powerful, like, I'm into that, because
maybe I
we
want
need-
to briefcase.
I'm just saying, for Christmas, I got a Milwaukee portable leaf blower to blow off my car, because of all the stuff and stuff, and I love it, so now I'm like into power tools.
By the way, it's a great event, and even if if you want to bring some friends, pass it on to, friends, and it's a lot of fun.
Is it either
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
But
And
this
so-
year,
And we bring our food, we're not, are we, yeah, we're not against the other talk, but
but,
burn up meat that we have to cook in.
Yeah.
it's gonna be cooked with love.
How many people do you get?
Well, we used to, before COVID, we used to get around 150, 175.
Yeah.
And then, the last, couple times, we had maybe 60, 75. So we want to start early this year.
Yeah.
But if you guys can pass the word, Susan's gonna put a flyer together.
Yep.
We want to get a head start on it.
I already have sponsorship letters and everything ready to go.
And it goes to the veterans.
Eagles to Veterans Committee. But, like I said, if you can pass the word, serve tables, you have a lot of friends, you know, college group together. Associates from work, family. We're trying to like, we're gonna try to get at least 200 people.
So I've been running bingos for 15 years for nonprofits and also for the local business in land, so. Yeah, I have some ideas to improve it, Marco and I are gonna be.
I did a video once and I was surprised to learn that you need a license.
You need small games of chance,
Yes, I
right,
was
small
shocked.
games of chance and a bingo license,
Yes.
especially in Buckingham.
Yes, I was.
Is that insurance, sovereign nation, so.
Yeah, but they now require, they requested, it has to be done, plus proof of insurance too. But yes, they do require those things to be legit, but you can bring alcohol beverages because
It's actually a lot of fun to watch.
Is it in the newsletter that we just got? The bingo?
No.
No,
Is that-
it'll be the next issue.
now, because last year's was canceled, so it wasn't,
Because I liked having all the events in one location.
that's the only one that's not in, because I
Because I
went
went
there. So it'll be a big deal. There's plenty of bingo websites and Facebook pages and other ways to advertise it. So yeah.
All right. Any other business? Next up would be public comment. Usually never have.
Anyone here?
Not unless something's proposed
Yeah.
that nobody likes.
Okay, so final item would be adjournment. May I have a motion to adjourn the meeting? A motion to adjourn. May I have a second? And all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The meeting is adjourned.
Lights.